you've been seeing signs, right? You've been seeing signs probably throughout your life. You had a significant emotional event that happened previously this year. For me, it was a divorce that I went through. I was on the different side of the country, and I had gotten divorced, not on the different side of the country, different side of the world, and I had gotten divorced in Thailand, and it really broke me down. And so we're going to be going over 3 different major signs. Some of them are going to be numerology signs. Okay, so they're going to be like numbers. The next one's going to be messages and fortunes that you might be getting. And 3 is Noah's Ark, which we're going to be breaking down. Obviously, you've heard the story of Noah's Ark. And so we're going to be kind of going over these signs. And I'm going to be using my life to interpret them for you. And I'm just super excited because you've probably seen a lot of these coming around. So first off, we're going to start off with angel numbers. And I'll be honest, right? Like, I did not believe in angel numbers before because I just thought it was kind of silly and people just dove into them so heavy. But there's something that I realized, I think later in life, pretty recently actually, is that the things that look silly and common in your world that you think that don't, like silly people do, happen to be something that is subjective to you. It's something that you're actively focusing on. Not everyone realizes or notices these silly things that you might just think are obviously stupid. Maybe you think kids with fidget spinners are silly, and that's something that's always on your mind. It's like kids with fidget spinners are silly. But not everyone's thinking that all the time like you are. Or for me, it was like angel numbers, like, that's silly. Or it could be also astrology. Another thing that I just kind of thought was silly, but when you break it down and notice that you're actually focusing on it, it's something that you're inviting into your world. It's something you have to be more aware of. Astrology signs, these are things that are getting pushed to you. So regardless of your personal opinion on them, realize that it's an object of your consciousness that you happen to be focusing on and you should probably be more aware of. One of the things that I wasn't aware of was all these cameras in my life, like this camera right here, or but my family loves cameras, or that everyone around me is happen to be a videographer, a photographer, those kinds of things. And so the signs that came up to me, right, were 222, 333, 444, and 777. So let's go over the first one, 222. I happened to be doing a lot more videography, and I was with a friend. His name is Jax, and we were running to different hotels, doing a little couple of pitches, kind of just talking to people, seeing like what the vibe was for us to start matching with hotels to create content for them so they can actually have amazing content. People can look at them up and go out to their hotel and really enjoy it, and then know that the experience is going to be amazing through the videography. And we had ran into the director of marketing for a hotel, and I looked at her and I was like, oh, what is that on your neck? Oh, 222, what does that mean? She was like, and it felt like she dropped the game at the moment. She looked at me, you're right where you're supposed to be. Like, well, that's weird. And I saw 222 coming around a lot of different places because at this point in my life, I happened to move back up into Utah, started going to the University of Utah again, doing film, and started my life over, really, because I had lost my life, typically, like, in my mind, when I had gotten divorced out in Bali, in Thailand or whatever. And the next one is 333, which means like healing. It's like this part of my life has been a lot of healing, of course. And I saw this number pop out and I was like, yeah, I guess I am in this form of healing. But this showed to me in a movie. It was 3,000 years, I think, a prisoner or something like that. And it's about a genie that is locked away. And all of these numbers, by the way, have been showing to me in either people or in homes. So that's like something else to be aware of. I'm going to just sit down on my butt. We can slide this down a little bit. Okay. So they've either been on doorways or homes, which is really, really interesting. So people, doorways. And so that's an interesting thing. Doorway, 3. Okay, cool. The next one is 444, which means stability in your finances, stability in your life, stability in what you're doing, knowing that you're going to be able to do the things you need to do. So 444, if you're seeing that around, it just means that you're headed in the right direction. You're moving in a wake of stability, right? You're moving in the direction that you want to be. And then 777, fun fact, all of my names have 7 letters in them. William, I'm not going to say my middle name, Stewart, and maybe I should, William Thaddeus Stewart. And they all have 7 letters, and that popped out to me. And I think I actually do forget. Let's go over it really quickly. 777 meaning, because every time I get like a different kind of meaning from it. Oh, it's like moving in your passion, heading in the right direction. So you're you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're healing. You're in a wake of stability, and you're on your spiritual path, right? That's kind of like the message that was getting sent to me, and also to you if you're hearing this right now. Since you're hearing this right now. Now, the second thing I want to go over are messages and fortunes that you might be getting. These could be anything from like billboard signs that you're seeing, or text messages you may have received, or literally, for me, it happens to be fortune cookies. These fortunes have been really specific, and I'll show you them right here, but I have them all on the back of my phone. It says, you will soon get something because of your charm. Your luck changes today, right? You will make a name for yourself in the field of entertainment. You will be successful in your work. Sell your ideas. They're totally acceptable. You will be, you could prosper in the field of education, and you will make a change for the better. And like that's drastically specific when you read that out loud, right? Like, and the goal that I have written on my on this card that I had written in the beginning of the year is, I teach the habit of reality creation to 8.1 billion people daily, right? And so I guess that would have to do with media, and then it would be education and selling my ideas. And so now I'm getting these messages. These are just fortune cookies, right? And they're wildly, wildly specific. And this leads into Noah's Ark, which I got in a sermon today that was spoken really beautifully, the church that I go to. And she explains that basically we always focus on the ark and how the ark got flooded, and then all of a sudden it was over. Noah has a covenant with God, and it's sealed with the rainbow, right? And we always focus on the rainbow at the end of the time. But there's this 40-day period of flooding, which for me would have been, by the way, this gets really cool because today I literally got this message, and it's 40 days of flooding, which is like the renewal, right? The pain, like this is crazy, 40 days. And then after that 40 days of flooding, there's 150 days of Noah just being on the ark. And then after that 150 days, right? So a total 190 days. This is an important number to remember for the end of this video. At the end of those 190 days, finally he gets a message from God saying, it's time to get off this ark. 190 days. And that's like typically about a whole year. And for you, if you have no idea what's happening next in your life, that's like the rest of your life, right? Like that is everything for you. And so he stays on the righteous way of God, remembering that God remembers him. And for me, obviously, I think very clearly in my life, I completely thought God forgot about me. And I'm starting to see more and more and more and more now that I'm getting messages from God that are saying that, hey, we're right here. So it's same to you. It's like, hey, you're right here. You're right on the cusp of where you need to be. And the reason that I said 190 days is because at the beginning of this year, right, I started writing in this journal, okay? And as I'm approaching my 100, I'm on day 186. Day 186, right, of this 190-day trial. That I had no idea how long it was going to be, but I think I just got a message from God saying that it's going to be 190 days. Which is wild to me because I've had God speak to me, right? But to this extent, I feel like it has never been so direct physically. I think I prepare a lot for this moment. I've read a lot of different books like Reality Transurfing, or listened to a lot of Bob Proctor, and just been more aware of the reality that I'm within, and starting to notice that the things that are around us, right, around you, around me, are highly us. The things that you notice in this world are 100% you. We can't filter everything out and then filter everything in this world and see everything that's actually going on. The only thing that we really see are the things that we hyper focus on. So if you see that that's annoying, or that you love or that you hate, all of those things are you. Anything that you see in this world is just a reflection of you and what you're hyper focused on. And that's not to say that the entire world is you, although it is. It's to say that anything that you notice or that you are aware of is you. So if you hate traffic, you're probably going to be put in a lot of traffic because that's exactly what you are. If you love traffic, you're going to see a lot of traffic because that's exactly what you are. These are the things that you see in your life. So be more cognizant of the things that you don't like and the things that you do like, because those things are entirely you. And you're headed up onto this journey. I bet this probably happened to you in the beginning of the year. And you and I, you can come join me on this journey. We're on 186 days. You got 4 days, right? 4 days from the time that you're seeing this video, because we're probably going to see this video at drastically different times, but 4 days time, I want you to be on the lookout for the thing that changes your life. And in that 4 days time, I'm excited to hear about your journey. Leave a comment in the sections. Leave a comment in the comment section. Subscribe so you can get more stuff like this, so we can open up more insights and fall in love with each other. I love you. Bye.